everybody and welcome. I am super duper excited that in this video we're going to take a look at the brand new 2021 to 2022 annual catalogue, and I have picked a whole bunch of samples in that catalogue that I have been inspired by, and we're going to case one of those. So casing, for those who do not know, is copy and selectively edit, or copy and I don't remember the other versions of the acronym. The point is that you are inspired by what you see and you take from it and create your own version, whether it's copying it exactly, which I have done in the past because I love something, or taking the layout, or even taking the colors and creating something completely different. Anyhow, my name is Tatiana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. I'm also part of the 2021 Artisan Design team. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm super duper excited that you have joined me. I'm just going to bring it all up on my iPad here so that I can see your comments coming through and know that things are positioned well. I can now see that my other camera, my phone, is in this shot, but that's okay. Let's flip. Much better. So this is the 2021 to 2022 annual catalogue. I am super duper excited. It is absolutely stunning and gorgeous and full of inspiration and full of ideas, new products, returning and continuing favorites. So lots and lots. We're not going to go through every page. It is, how many pages? It's 177 pages. So we won't need to do all of that, but as you can see, I have sticky marked. Just bring this up here so that I can see comments. I have sticky marked a whole bunch, and those are the pages we're going to take a look at. So first one, this is a brand new product. It's the Seascape. It's got some really cute sea themed, and I really love these samples here. Love this one with the layering of the diorama dies. They're actually called layering diorama dies. I have ordered them. I can't wait for them to come in. I really love how they've created the background of this one. And here you can see that what they've done is they've die cut it out of basic white and used a Stampin' Blend to color, and then the tips of the coral are still white. So these two stamp sets are continuing on, which I love and adore. This is a new one, but what has really stood out for me on this layout is this particular stamp here. I'm pretty sure it's using the new Pale Papaya. Isn't that just gorgeous? I don't know, something really cool to me about that sample. Let's see. Now this is a fun technique, and you could do this with any stamp set. It doesn't have to be the, what's this one called? Enjoy the Moment. Hey Nicole, how's it going? I hope you're well. So you take some grid paper, rip it, and create a mask with the torn edges, or you could tear some sticky notes because they will stay in place. I've got this, I got it from Officeworks. I've got this roll of adhesive back stuff. So you could rip this, see, it gives you a nice torn edge, and use that. So that's a lot of fun. And then you could stamp with any colors. You could use any stamp set. It's such a great sample. So I thought I'd definitely show it to you. This one down here really appealed to me. It's got 2 strips of designer series paper. It's got the really cute square vellum doilies, and then just some flowers and a sentiment. Like, really simple, but really striking. Now, how fun is this set? Can I just say, my daughter is so excited about this one. She really, really wants this one. What's cooking? She loves to bake and cook with me. I just don't always have the patience for it. But how cute. And then look at this. Is that showing up? I don't know if it's showing up properly on camera. But that cutting board is a die cut, and it embosses the little wooden grain. How cute is that? What's cooking? That's a well, what's for dinner is the quote line around our house. But anyway, this page I bookmarked for this particular sample. This is a stamp set continuing from the mini catalogue, but I really loved how there's a coordinating die, and the die cuts out this massive piece, this background piece. And I love how they've snipped away at bits of it to create just partial use of it. So I just thought, thank you, Joan. How are you? Good to see me live. It's lovely for you to join me. Thank you. Now here, this is a new stamp set. It's really cute. Well, it reminds me of Anne Geddes. Like, who remembers Anne Geddes from the 90s? Her photos were super popular back then. And I don't know, just this screams Anne Geddes to me. Anyway, but I really liked this sample with the stitched. I need to hold that up as well. So this one has the stitched rectangles placed and over another stitched rectangle. And just, I love how they've added the stamped elements on top of that. Just really cute. I mean, they're all damn cute. Everything is cute. This one caught my eye. It's probably very simple and fun, perfect for a beginner. I'm holding it like this because then you can see it's using this branch from the Celebrate with Flowers stamp set, and it's just repetitively stamped in 3 different colors. And what I really liked was how the card front has that cut and then the sentiment going down there, something really cute and different. Love this stamp set. I know it's just words, and essentially it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Repetitive in the sense that there's in 2 different fonts, but the possibilities, like happy birthday and layering. I can't wait to layer the happy in this birthday, or this happy and this birthday. Or what about thanks friend, or hello friend? You know, I have ordered that. If you couldn't tell, I am just absolutely thrilled with that stamp set. Okay, this sample here has really got me. How adorable is that? It is using the gold from the rose gold, gold and rose gold metallic papers, which are up here. And then it's used this stamp set here, and they've colored it with Stampin' Write markers so that you can get all the different elements in different colors and not have the same color. And I don't know, just so beautiful. And I love that die cut from, Peaceful Moments. No, Painted Label dies. I still remember the name. Woohoo. Had to point this one out. It's also using those beautiful layering diorama dies. And then this one's really fun. And this is, of course, we would love this stamp set. It's got a kangaroo. It's even got 2 koalas. It's got a kiwi for our New Zealand friends. Look at that cute little penguin. Anyway, super cute stamp set. Which one? This one. What I really liked is that they've got, I should hold this one up. Hopefully it's coming through. So they've got little bits sticking out behind the designer series paper, but they've also got stamped bits, and I just really liked that double texture. So this is a new Christmas stamp set. If you're trying to get ready for Christmas, there's some new things for Christmas. I'll just, that one's continuing. That's a background stamp that's new. And then this one has a border punch with pine cones, or pine trees, or evergreen. What's the punch called? Coordinates with the evergreen border punch. So that's really fun. Now let's see. Here, this sample caught my eye. I really love how it's got the 3 tags. There's new tag dies, and they've layered them up in a bit of embossing folder and some stamping. And actually, is that stamping, or that's stamping in with heat embossing. And it's really cute and simple, and adorable, and you could do with any stamp set, any combination of colors. Now, if you're seeing this stamps catalog and going, this is very lovely and I want it all, there's a really good deal going on at the moment. This is the sample that caught my eye here. It's using these, what are they called, watercolored shapes to create the background and then that beautiful flower set. But you could get $285 worth of these products for only $169. Geez, not 69, sorry, $169, and you can pick anything out of this catalog and the mini catalog to the value of $285, which is an extra $50 than usual. So that's the new current Join Plus promotion, and you could join my team. We have a little bit of fun, or a lot of fun. I have fun, that's the thing. I have a lot of fun, and the girls are all wonderful and lovely, and I would love you to join. This sample caught my eye here. I love the little watercolor wash and the designer series paper in the background, so easy. And then this one, it's got the emboss resist technique with a bit of an ombre wash. And then what you can't see at that distance, but if I bring it up, you may, is that the strip of paper behind there in yellow is embossed. Super cute, super easy to add to. Few samples here. These two really caught my eye. I just love the use of the designer series paper and how the whisper or the basic white bits just kind of coordinate in. Nothing too fancy. Coming towards the end, this is the sample that has caught my eye. I love how it's got the vellum, the white heat embossing, and the 3 strips of ombre. Oh, it's kind of ombre or monochromatic is the word. Anyway, this is the sample we're going to case. I am going to take the layout and the concept and use a completely different stamp set to create a different version of this card. So I just thought I'd point that out. And one final sample to share, because I really love this one. The butterflies. You know me, I love the butterflies, and that's exactly what stamp set we will be using today. So I'm going to bring in some grid paper. Now if I put that here, you'll be able to see the sample, and I've done a little bit of prep work. So I've decided to take the layout, be inspired by that, and I am going to choose my own colors as well as different stamp set. So just burnishing the fold there, and I have chosen pinks for my colors, and this is Petal Pink, Blushing Bride, and the brand new in color Polished Pink, and they will sit there as so. And then I've got my vellum, which will go on top. So the first thing we're going to do is, I really loved how they took that middle piece. I don't think you can see that properly, but if you see there, and they have used a sponge doubler and one of the new decorative masks and done that. I am going to use one of the current decorative masks that we have and create that. So I've taken my, what was that? The Blushing Bride, and I'm using just a little bit of washi on the back of it to hold it down in place. And then because, I only got to order yesterday, I'm going to use one of the decorative masks we have here. I think that one will go nicely. And then I'm going to use a piece of washi tape again on the mask. Now this one doesn't matter as much. Actually, if I trust my skills. I was gonna make it liftable. Oh, it's still liftable. Liftable, flappable, is that a right word? Don't know. And I'm going to use the Polished Pink and a blending brush. I have not got a blending brush for pinks yet. Shocking. So start off, because the ink will be darker and heavier, and in circular motion. All the way down and up and down. And so you pick up the ink in circular motion and you start off your cardstock in circular motion. And just build up that color slowly. So don't have to start off there. I can start right here and bring it in. As long as I'm not starting on my piece of cardstock that's underneath there. Just simply because the first bit is kind of darker and you don't want that uneven dark splotch on it. If you do, start on, you know, experiment. And then you can wash this, but when you wash them, dry them flat down, like sitting, kind of balance them on the edge of the sink like that, so that the bristles are pointing down, because you don't want water to gather in the bottom, at the bottom of those bristles. You want the water to be dripping off, because otherwise it could ruin the glue. Right, but I close that ink pad, and let's take a look. Beautiful. Love it. So cute. So cute. Okay. Now, I will need this, so I won't put that to the side. Well, I'll put that to the side and I'll flip this around so that it's a clean surface. And what we're going to do, we could glue these three down onto our cardstock, our card base, and just kind of wing it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them to the back. Don't really need to flip the other two, but I had them all lined up. And now I'm going to carefully join them up and then use a little bit of washi to kind of hold them in place to create a solid panel, or slightly more solid. It's not really fully solid. There we go. Now this card can be altered for any occasion and can be used with any stamp set. So for those who are joining in, I can see more people are popping in. I'm casing the catalogue, the new 2021 to 2022 annual catalogue from Stampin' Up went live yesterday, and I have shown some of my favourite samples from the catalogue, and I've picked one to case, which is right here. But I'm using a completely different stamp set and set of colours. So now this is more of a, I know it's a floppy panel, but it's more of a panel, and we know these three are kind of stuck together so that we can maneuver them together. And so I can add my multi-purpose liquid glue, which I prefer because it gives me a bit of wiggle room. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I'm able to center this a lot better. And there we go, that's done. Now I've got the Whisper White, and I am going to use the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. And if you watched me recently, you would have seen me cut my stamp set apart. And this is giving me a bit more flexibility as to which butterflies I get to use. But in full disclosure, I do have another set, just so that you know. But I haven't used the other butterfly set. I keep using this one. You know, I find it so much more flexible and lots more options. Nope, that's a little bit small. So I've picked this kind of medium-sized butterfly, mounting it, and I'm going to stamp it there. I want to get perfect alignment. Okay, so I want to get perfect alignment on this, and with the block it's going to be a little bit more difficult, so we're going to bring in the Stamparatus. Here we go. Move the catalogue out of the way. That there vaguely as a rough guide. And as a rough position, place that there. Now what's fun is that the vellum is see-through, so there we go. Got a piece of grid paper which I can put down. And now I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to take whichever ink I have on hand, which happens to be Petal Pink. Such a quiet crowd today. Stamp that. Now I want to make sure that dries, and I want to make sure that that side is clean. So, firstly, get my, doesn't matter what color you do this bit, it's just for positioning. And now I want to have all my bits ready to rumble. I'm going to be using Versamark ink because we'll be heat embossing. Just straighten that up. And then I've got my white heat embossing. The embossing powders now come in 2-3 packs. So the basic pack comes with white, black, and clear. And then there's the metallic pack, which is gold, silver, and copper. So I've got that out ready. I've got my heat tool here, all plugged in and ready to go. Now I can position this exactly where I want it, because I can see the butterfly through the vellum, and we can ink it up. Who doesn't like heat embossing? Let me know. Does anyone dislike heat embossing? Press that down. I don't think anyone out there wouldn't like heat embossing. Now I can bring this in, and what I like to do with smaller pieces of paper is kind of just slide them in, and perfect. Just give it a flick on the back just to make sure no excess is sitting around. Very important next step is to make sure you close your embossing powder, because you don't want to heat that up. And I think this is a bit of an awkward position. There we go, much better. And I'm just heating from the back so that you can see the effects taking place. There we go, it started. Can you see that? Yep, you can. You can heat from the front, that is no worries at all. It also works from the back. I actually do a little bit of both so that the cardstock doesn't curve as much. There. And our beautiful butterfly. We bring this back in here. It's as so. I could have moved it slightly that way, but that's okay. And our sample also had a cute saying. It said, "Hello friend," and it used the lighter of the 3 greens. So we will use our Petal Pink. And I haven't decided on the sentiment yet. Get a piece of Petal Pink first. There we go. Here's a piece of Petal Pink paper. Oh, say that 6 times really fast, or 10 times. And what sentiment should we use? I'm going to use... So this is a stamp set not available to the general public. It is a demonstrator only stamp set and it's called Let's Create Together. It's a photopolymer, and as a demonstrator I was able to purchase it, and I think this will be a really lovely Let's Create Together. I just thought that would be really nice. Or we could be saying thanks, or we could say welcome. You deserve. There's so many good things here, but I think Let's Create, I don't know, something about that is really appealing to me right now. So as I was saying before, there is a joining offer at the moment, which is called Join Plus, and you'll get, so it's $169 to join, and normally you get $235 of products. But at the moment, with the Join Plus, you get a lot more. I forgot the amount. You get an extra $50 worth of products, so you get $285. And I would really, really love to welcome you onto my team. We have some fun. I enjoy myself, and my team say they like it. Let's see. Will this? Yeah. And what's that size? So I've got the, what's it called? Banner Pick a Punch, and that's a 1-inch strip. So if we cut this strip of cardstock down to 1 inch, I'm just using this was last year's sale, was it last year's or the sale? I think it was last year's celebration joining off. So you got this little cute guillotine trimmer, and it's so super handy. So I want this to be 1 inch wide, and I'm going to open up the punch, and I'm going to use the V-shaped one. I don't know, they're kind of both V's in opposite directions. I don't know what to call that. Ribbon end? I don't know. It's cute. Really like it. And now we're going to stamp the sentiment in Petal Pink. And excuse my head if I get into camera, I'm just making sure I line that up. Well, just take a moment or two to think about it. And you can always stamp again. You know, if you make a mistake, cardstock has 2 sides, and you can always cut a little bit more if you need. Yep, there's the top of my head. The streaming is somewhat delayed. And we're going to add that there. So cute. Now, for the butterfly, I can use a little bit of Stampin' Seal. Now, positioning it, trick with Stampin' Seal, make sure the tip of the glue, the beginning of the glue is on the tip, and don't hold it up too high. Kind of keep that parallel to your desk, and then roll, and then lift to break the, not the seal, to break the run. And then, so I've strategically placed it so that it's behind the butterfly. That way it's not going to be seen. And I know this bit's flapping up, but we're going to put this down, and that'll keep it down. So I can add a bit of that there. And you can see just slightly that the adhesive does show through the vellum, but because we're going to put our sentiment right there, it doesn't matter. And one other thing that I liked about the sample, it's using some of the new, I don't remember what it's called, but I'll grab it and read the packet. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Simply Elegant Trim. It comes in gold and silver. I think I'll use the gold. There we go. And the way it is in the catalogue is they've got a bow basically sitting behind the sentiment. let's tie a bow. Now I know it's too big. This is why I like using, this is why I don't trim off from the spool. Basically, it's just kind of sits behind, but I need a bigger bow because our sentiment is somewhat longer. So I want it to be able to peek through all of it. Yes, perfect. And what I'll do is, again, get some sticky. Mix that up. Place that there, and that'll kind of hold it in place. You can pick it up and move it again if you need to. That's what I like using, either Stampin' Seal Plus, or sometimes tear and tape. Just depends on my mood, really. Snip, snip. And now I'll add this up on dimensionals. We've got the cute little bow behind it. And look, I've got this one little last edge bit left on that sheet of dimensionals, so do not waste the edges. Do not throw the edges out, use them on your projects. See how easy that was in comparison to placing dimensionals. Here we go. Ooh. Not quite straight. There we go. We've got the bow sticking out from behind and that. And one thing that we haven't done is decorate the inside or the envelope. So I'll grab the envelope. And what we shall do is some more of this. So what we'll do is place that right there. I know I haven't pinned that or fixed that in, but I only want to do the real bottom edge here. I don't want to go too high. Perfect. So beautiful. Love this masking. Masking. I love masking, but what is it? Decorative mask. And I can't wait to get the new ones. Now for the envelope, I want to do the same, but with just the envelope flap. Ooh, let's do that same concept. Okay. But what I do is I take my grid paper as so and fold it so that my envelope flap is kind of pocketed or sandwiched into them, and that way that way the top won't get on the table if I wanted to do the full flap. I'm losing my words today. Oh dearie me. Okay, and just do the same thing. Now you can hold the blending brushes back here on the handle, or you can hold them closer up and hold the top. Holding it like this gives you a bit more control over the blending brush. If you want a bit more free going, hold it. There is no wrong or right, but I love that. Just a little bit of an ombre. And there, my dears, we have it. And we'll just clear the table a smidgen so that we can see our beautiful project inspired by the new 2021 to 2022 annual catalogue, which I'll put into screen as well. So this was inspired by a sample in the catalogue on page 114, which is this one right here. I've used the layout concept and used different stamp sets and colours just to show you what you can do. Now, if you want to purchase so that you can purchase the supplies to make any of these cards or anything else you may have saw in the catalogue, I do have a customer loyalty program. It's every $50 you spend, you collect a sticker, and collect 10 stickers and receive $50 worth of products from me for free as a thank you for supporting my stamping adventure. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I should also mention that I do have my crafting retreat coming up soon. It is in August and I've already had half the seats available registered, so don't miss out if you want to come and join and have a full weekend of crafting me time. I can cater it all for you. If you don't have any food allergies, you can join in. I've got all the details on my website, which is the Crafting Retreat website, which is www.craftingretreat.com.au. I would love to have you join me. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and see you next time.